Okay, it's Bob Frizzell of the reality game, and you should listen to Bob time. Okay, so I had lunch with my friend the capitalist, and searching for ways to help capitalist driven people let go of the paradigm that they're in. It is extremely difficult because the capitalist looks to material things as sign of success. So a capitalist will always look to others that have got material things. Cars, boats, vacation properties, enormous houses, lots of free time, bimbos, booze, and all the accoutrements. This is the sign of success for a capitalist. Now, let's pin the tail on the donkey. The donkey is me. Now, this is the catch-22. If I was to follow the capitalist model, then I would pursue capitalism with a great fervor and become a capitalist and collect material things. Then I could get on my podium and say, now that I have achieved success in the material world, I can talk to you other capitalists and say, we have to change the system. And all the capitalist wannabes are going to say, no, it worked for you. Look it, you've got all the trinkets and accoutrements of a successful capitalist. We don't want to change the system. We want to emulate you. We want to get rich and be seen by everyone as rich. So that's the issue. If I spent my life and became filthy rich, then everyone is just going to want to follow my footsteps and be a capitalist. Now, the problem is if I go the opposite pole and I am a failure, I don't have trinkets, I don't have properties, I don't have bimbos, I don't go and do mindless, banal things. I spend my time studying, acting, singing, and avoiding capitalists. So, from the perspective of someone who is not seen as a success in the eyes of the capitalist, why are they going to listen to me when I say, you have to change the way you are and the society that you're in? It doesn't work either, because there's zero respect for someone who doesn't have all the trinkets, all the properties, and all the money. So what do you with capitalists? If you're on the Titanic, you throw them overboard with no lifeboat. They predate. It is how they got ahead in the first place, by overcharging for things that other people need. They say it's performing a service. No, it is not. It is purely greed. And the root of greed is ego being, taking everything for themselves. So I don't have a solution on how to deal with capitalism or the capitalists. But for those of you who have an open mind and look at the society that we have in 2019, that's 2019 years since the time of Jesus. And, well, what's changed since the time of Jesus? They had capitalism in the time of Jesus. They had plenty of poor people. In 2019, that's a really, really long time. A lot of generations later, we still have got homeless people living on the streets. And we have gated communities of filthy, wealthy people. So if you're open, you have to say that the society built on capitalism doesn't serve anything other than the top of the heap capitalists. And perhaps, at one time, even people that were in the middle and, maybe some of the laborers that were in good unions had a decent living. But no more. The unions are busted, and all their jobs are shipped off to third world countries, or Mexico. I don't know if it's a third world country anymore. And the first world countries, they still say they're first world, and they tax us like we're first world, but we're not. Because, I don't know where you're going to get the wages to buy $1 million homes in the cities, etc. So I present it to you that it's time for a great awakening. No, we are not going to follow Donald Trump. We are not going to go into business for ourselves. We are going to take a great leap in consciousness, which means we have to let go of ego, greed, and hatred of the other, who is trying to get all the stuff that we already got. In other words, we have to defend ourselves and our properties. And that's what 2019 years since Jesus has resulted in. A massive failure to advance in consciousness.